Hello everyone, this is Jello Poetry coming back with another video. And in this video, this is another scene breakdown video from a recent drama called Her Private Life. I'm going to talk about the scene from the 11th episode of the drama in the beginning, where the main couple kind of has their first fight, and then it gets funny, and then really sweet and cute, and it's my favorite scene in the drama, so of course I had to make a video about it. But before I get into the meat of the scene, here's your spoiler warning. Okay, so the build up for my favorite scene starts like this. Ryan and Sunduk-mi were really mad at each other because Ryan just revealed that he knew who she was for a while and didn't tell her, and Ryan was mad because she was hiding behind her best friend and didn't come to him when he asked her to. He was also mad because he wanted to know why her best friend spent the night at her place. So they are mad at each other, and he drives her to his house so that they can talk and air out some things. So that brings us to the main couple in his apartment, and they are looking at each other with angry expressions on their face as the camera keeps moving to the right as if the room is rotating. It also has this kind of ominous track playing but gives an amusing tone. Ryan starts off the altercation with a direct question but didn't get the response he wanted because Dokmi was answering with a sarcastic, witty tone of voice with her arms crossed. They continue with their funny, angry banter. Then he crosses his arms and sighs as if they're not getting anywhere in the conversation, but says, Dongmik then goes on to say, I'm paraphrasing of course, you also did something wrong as well. Let's talk about you. He acts as if he did nothing wrong. It's funny how they are mad but look so cute at the same time. The argument takes on another turn when she says that she did mean to hide her identity, but she didn't know that she would fall for him. Ryan taunts her by saying, how much? And she says, a lot, but suddenly pauses in realization. He smiles so slyly, relaxes himself, and apologizes for not telling her that he knew about her. Then she apologizes for not telling him who she was. They both smile at each other like in agreement. It's like, okay, we're on the same page. It's really cute. Okay, then the scene switches rooms in the apartment when he agrees to tell her when he found out about her secret identity. He is sitting on the edge of the desk while she sits in the chair of his office. Or I think it's his office. I'm not sure. He tells her how he knew who she was, and she asks a very important question. Did you not think that I was strange when you found out about me? He smiles and says that he was a little shocked, but that he was happy because he got to know her a little better. When I heard that line, I just smiled. It was so cute. Then they go on to have a cute little conversation about reintroducing themselves to one another, and we, the audience, just sense so much chemistry between them. It feels so authentic. But for them to be truly honest with each other, he looks away from her because there's one more thing that he has to tell her. There's a little exchange of her asking what, and him looking a little guilty and suspicious. Then there's a cut, and then a strange transition, and a quirky little rock song comes on and gives the scene a tone change. She begins yelling at him and chasing him around the apartment into the sitting room. It seems as if Dokmishi is mad, but they are both laughing and teasing each other in the process. This part just makes the scene feel so realistic, and it looks like the actors are having fun. It almost seems as if the actors are breaking character for a brief moment. It's fun to watch. All the while, Ryan is teasing her about her identity, and she keeps hitting him. To make him stop, she puts her hand over his mouth, and he hugs her to the couch. And that's when, like, the giddy music just stops, and it's quiet. Next, he asks her to teach him about fangirling. And then he says a couple of sweet words about how he wants to be her fan and how pretty her fangirling is. Such an adorable moment. She responds by saying that it won't be easy because you won't have the privilege of touching the one you love. So he says, you know what? So he just says that he'll just look at her for the moment being. So they both sit up on the couch and sit at a distance while Dongmi explains the rules elaborately. Then he kind of leans over the couch and puts his hand on his fist and just gazes at her. Oh my gosh. While she is still explaining the rules, he unbuttons his shirt, just one button. When she asks about it, his response is that he's a little hot. Right. She begins to talk again, and then we see him take off his watch. When asked, he responds that his wrist just hurts just a little bit. And then he throws them on the table. And then he throws a watch on the table. It's so sensual, like. Next, he cuts her off again by leaning towards her with a tempting gaze. Just like. She loses her thought, and I quote, "You're so annoyingly beautiful." And she is now on her knees while he is sitting normally. So she is looking down on him and holds his head in her hand as she kisses him. He says that, "I thought that you were just supposed to look." And her response is, "Keep looking. I'll do the rest." And then so she kisses him again, and we hear a light, soft, fluttering piano sound playing in the background. Ryan then gets on his knees and leans in really slowly to kiss her, but then gets interrupted by the sound of the doorbell. And that's as far as I go in the scene. You guys watch the drama to see the rest. This scene is just so sweet and endearing, and it gets the chemistry and the mood so perfectly. I love it. I love the scene for a lot of reasons. There's just so many reasons. Number one, it's cute and funny, and it will make you smile. So that's duh. Number two, it makes the characters tell all their secrets, and they become fully honest with each other. Number three, also it brings out relief from their little spat and makes us, the audience, feel gratification from their first fight as a couple. Number four, the actors feel like they enjoy filming the scene, so that brings an authentic feel to the couple's atmosphere, like a lot. I also love how they seem to match each other so well with the dialogue, and the way they look at each other, it feels really magical, and that's why I watched it a bunch of times when I first saw it. It's awesome. Okay. The scene shows practical lights, but it feels like most of the light is coming from the sun through the window, although I know it's not. Also, the scene is a little long, so I love how the direction changes rooms so that we don't get bored with the locations. The camera distance is mostly at medium to medium close-ups because, let's just be honest, hearing the dialogue and seeing their responses is really all that matters, except for when Dongmi chases Ryan around the apartment. That's when it changes. Okay, so that's the end of the video. I hope that you liked it. And as always, just trying to give out good vibes, not trying to bribe. To my videos, please comment, share, like, and subscribe. Goodbye.